Let's see.
Hey, that's what you're working on.
I'm trying to come up with an idea for my next video. Hold on, I got an idea. Alright, I'm on. Alright, let's do this. Fortune tellers. We all know what they are. They come in many different shapes, styles, and sizes. These devices were created as a gimmicky, fun way to help the user make simple decisions. From the traditional fortune fish and messages and cookies to the larger-than-life coin-operated animatronic fortune tellers in a box, there was one fortune teller that stood out above all others. It was a billiards ball. An 8-ball to be precise, but this was no ordinary 8-ball, this was a magic 8-ball. And what made it magic? I guess you'll have to check out today's video in order to find out. Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to Macabre'Gorium Labs presents School of Boredom Quickies. My name is Bats and I'll be your guide today as we shake up today's topic with the magic 8-ball. Outlook good. Created in 1946 by Albert Carter and Abe Bookman, the Magic 8-Ball was originally a desk gadget or toy and was nothing more than an interactive and fun paperweight or trinket. So let's start with what this thing was made of.
Perhaps today is the day we finally find out what's inside the Magic 8-Ball. I did it when I was 4. It's an icosahedral die floating in tinted blue water.
So while it's true the Magic 8-Ball simply consists of a dice floating in blue alcohol, there is a bit more to it. As an example, let's take a look at where it all started. Disclaimer, the following section is based on matters of interpretation and have not actually been scientifically proven. We here at the Labs believe that spirituality and beliefs are personal to each person and everything said moving forward may or may not be the direct beliefs of Macabre'Gorium Labs or Bats. However, the following information has been documented as proven correct. So when Carter was younger, his mother claimed to be a clairvoyant, and to help her demonstrate this special ability, she would implement a device that had a piece of slate inside of a box. A piece of slate that she would preemptively write messages on to use during her fabricated seances. By all accounts, his mother was a fraud, but, just to set the record straight, let's define clairvoyant. Clairvoyant, a person who claims to have a supernatural ability to perceive events in the future or beyond normal sensory contact. As an adjective, clairvoyant, having or exhibiting an ability to perceive events in the future or far beyond the normal sensory contact. Alfred Carter would use his mother's dubious invention to create a similar project in 1944 called the Seer pocket fortune teller. The original Seer was a cylinder with a divider in the middle. The tube would house a dark liquid and 2 dice with different responses printed on each of them. With 1 dice on each side, the Seer would produce different answers depending on what side it was flipped to. Believing he had a hit on his hands, Albert took his device to a local shop and asked the owner to distribute and sell the device, and the shopkeeper was instantly on board. Albert would team up with the shopkeeper's brother-in-law, Abe Bookman, who was an engineer with a degree from the Ohio Mechanics Institute, to help him get the product patented and produced. Together they would start Alabe Crafts Incorporated, and the project was ready to get off the ground. Okay, so this next part does get a little bit murky as nobody's actually sure what happened, but Albert did file for a patent in 1944. When filing for the patent, Albert also assigned 4 other people to it, and of course one of them was his partner, Abe Bookman. Now flash forward to November of 1948, and he was actually granted U.S. patent 2452730 in relation to his liquid-filled dice agitator. Almost every source I checked came up with something different on what happened next, so I'll give you the two that came up the most. So, Albert Carter would not be around to see this patent become approved. Some sources say he passed away before it happened, and others say he had a crippling drinking problem that caused him to leave the company and hand control over to Abe. Either way, he died soon after. But Abe would go on to produce the device for another 2 years, making some improvements along the way. One of those changes was making the device into an iridescent crystal ball, and it didn't help. In fact, it might have actually hurt the company a little. Or it would have if it didn't catch the attention of none other than Brunswick Billiards. That's right, the Billiards Equipment Company commissioned Alabe Crafts to make them a promotional version of the crystal ball. Only they asked them to design it as the iconic traditional 8-ball. So in 1950 they made the first Magic 8-ball as a promotional item. And it became so popular that even as of writing this video in 2024, it's still just as popular. The device was becoming quite the success, with the Magic 8-ball being sold as an office, desk gadget, paperweight, or children's toy. Until 1971, that is, because the company, Alabe Crafts Incorporated, would be sold to Ideal Toys, and they would market the fortune teller directly to children. Flash forward again to 1987, when the copyrights were sold to Tyco Toys, and this would cause the toy to once again gain success and popularity. Tyco would produce the toy until 1997, when they were bought out by Mattel, who still produces the toy ball to this day. The traditional Magic 8-ball is a black, larger-scale billiards ball with a window opposite the 8-ball emblem. Contrary to what some people believe, it is not completely filled with liquid. In fact, much of the original Seer design is still in use. There's a cylinder in the middle of the 8-ball housing the liquid and dice. The user asks it a basic yes or no question while staring at the 8, and then the user concentrates really hard and turns the ball over to reveal an answer. Now, I know a lot of people think it's natural to shake a Magic 8-ball when asking the question. However, in the beginning it was strongly suggested you not shake the device because this would cause little white bubbles to appear. But Ideal fixed that in 1975 when they obtained the rights. But now, what do the dice actually say? The Magic 8-ball's 20-sided dice had 10 yes answers, 5 no answers, and 5 answers that were unclear. The positive answers were, it is certain, it is decidedly so, without a doubt, yes, definitely, you may rely on it, as I see it, yes, most likely, outlook good, yes, and signs point to yes. The negative answers were, don't count on it, my reply is no, my sources say no, outlook not so good, and very doubtful. While the unclear answers consisted of reply hazy, try again, ask again later, better not tell you now, cannot predict now, and concentrate and ask again. Over the years there have been several knockoffs, references, and similar items, but none will ever be as iconic as the original Magic 8-ball. But now let's talk about my thoughts. The Magic 8-ball is a fun toy or gadget to play around with. However, I don't really think people should put important decisions up to a children's toy. We all know most toy companies are evil, but I doubt that they actually imbue the things they make with supernatural powers. Nobody should ever leave fate up to what amounts to a coin toss. But it is a goofy, fun trinket that is as iconic as the pet rock. Useless, but fun. And with that, unfortunately, we ran out of time for this School of Boredom Quickie. My name is Bats, and I hope you had a good time today as we looked into the mysteries of the Magic 8-ball Outlook Good. Be sure to join me next time because you never know what we have in store. And as usual, think for yourselves, be excellent to each other, and keep it creepy. Don't leave fate up to an 8-ball. Hey, thanks for checking out our video. If you enjoyed this one and would like to see more of our weird, creepy, odd, eccentric, or strange content as soon as it comes out, please feel free to click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more. We'll see you later. Keep it creepy.